So you guys are off to your best start in the Big East era. What has that been like? All the success and all the winning.
Um, it's very satisfying. We've worked very hard. The culture change here has been amazing. Amazing coaches. We work very, very hard, so it's nice to see it pay off. But of course, we need to keep pushing. It's only the beginning of the season. We haven't even hit conference play yet, so it's nice to have that start, but we just need to carry that energy on for the rest of the year.
So this season, you've established a lot of career highs: 3 points made, rebounds, a ton of it. What's that transition been like, just from when you came here as a freshman to where you are now?
It's definitely confidence. I've always struggled with having my own confidence, knowing what I work at is going to translate onto the floor. And I feel like this year the game has really slowed down for me. Like, I'm able to process it a little bit more, and I see things that I wasn't able to see before. I make reads that I wasn't able to see before. I just feel like I've grown as a basketball player. So I feel like that also has helped my confidence grow as well.
What do you think is your biggest strength as a player?
I think my biggest strength is my versatility. Um, Being able to stretch the floor out definitely it helps my teammates open up driving lanes, and if they don't have it, then they can kick it to me for a three. I can work on the inside. Like, I feel like being versatile is definitely something that I take a lot of pride in.
Who do you think is probably in your first 2 years and some change the toughest matchup that you've had when you've been here?
Probably Anissa Mora.
Hmm.
Yeah, she's just a beast. She puts numbers up there. She's crashed the boards. When she was at DePaul, she was really, really good. So I feel like that was the biggest competition. She challenged us a lot on the defensive end to scout for her. So yeah, probably her.
What's it like for a typical? Because obviously, when you come to Georgetown, there is the academic side and the athletic side. What is it like being a student athlete here at Georgetown?
It's a lot of time management. You have to cut a little bit of stuff out of your life in order to make time for basketball, like for sports and for academics. Since this is a very prestigious academic school, you have to dedicate a lot more time to school than athletics, but you also have to dedicate enough time to improve yourself. So it's just a very big time management battle. And I didn't really feel like I got it until the beginning of this year, honestly. So I feel like that balance in the classroom also helped me on the court, because I realized how to manage myself on both ends and be able to be academically and fundamentally sound.
What made you choose Georgetown?
I've always been around Georgetown, kind of. My mom coached here. It's close to home. In the academics, I wanted to be a lawyer when I was first looking at colleges and stuff, and DC was a perfect place for me to want to go. And then I fell in love with psychology, so I feel like the academics and the basketball potential also like kind of pulled me in, and it was like a perfect balance for both.
What was it like to have your mom call one of your games?
It was really awesome, because a lot of the away games, since she's calling a lot of games, she doesn't really get to travel and come and watch us, so it's like it was really nice having her be able to be courtside watching us, but not only doing her job as a mother, but doing her job as a commentator. And it was nice to like look over after I scored, and I look over and I see my mom, and she's just there smiling, doing her job, and it was a little bit surreal almost. It was really nice though.
What's it like coming and growing up in a basketball family where your parents were very good players and you have a younger brother who's also very good? How competitive is it?
It was always competitive. We always talk basketball. A lot of my life has revolved around basketball, so I feel like it's helped us be very close-knit as a family. It's nice having my parents know the game so well, because after games, like, a lot of kids are like getting that talk about, oh, you need to do this, but it's also my parents knew what they were talking about, so I wasn't really annoyed by it. I took it as constructive criticism as opposed to them yelling at me, because they didn't really yell at me. They just kind of gave me advice.
If you had to play with your family 2-on-2, who are you selecting to be on your team?
Jordan. I was with my little brother. For sure.
What has it been like, just sort of from afar, watching him go through the college recruiting process, not only as him as a player, but as that being your brother?
It's been really awesome because my recruiting process was interesting because of COVID. So it's nice to see him blossom into the player that I always knew he was. I always knew he was going to be something special. I just knew that it just would take one person seeing him for him to be appreciated for his skills. Because in high school, we'd be at practice and there'd be a water break and he's pulling threes from the volleyball line, cashing them, and I was like, he's gonna be special, but I don't know when it's gonna happen. And then all of a sudden he grew and started getting the attention he deserves. So I'm just very happy that I get to see it happen to him because he's worked very hard and he deserves it.
So in high school, you played for your mom, correct?
Yes.
What was that like?
It was interesting because I had to channel Coach Scott and Mom. So sometimes in practice I'd be like Mom and I'd be like Coach Scott, and I have to it's kind of like two different things. And she did a good job of separating it with at home and on the court. She did a good job with that. And I kind of had to learn to call her Coach Scott on the court. And then when I got off the court, at the end of practice, it'd be Mom, when are you going home? Or so it was very interesting. And then we would talk all the time about basketball, and it's just it's nice having somebody who you love and trust be your coach.
So just back with your career, what would your career goal be here at Georgetown? Meaning when you step off the court for the last time, what would you have liked to have accomplished?
I want to win. I want a banner. I want to make the NCAA tournament. I want to win the Big East championship. I want all the team accolades. I don't really care about the personal accolades because those kind of come and go. But if you come in the gym and you see your team's banner on the wall, that's something way more special to me. So I want our team to achieve, because then I know that I participated in that. But also it's a very, just coming in there and looking at that would be very nice. Yeah.
What is the identity of this team? How would you describe your current team and your teammates?
Coach Haney likes to call us outside dogs. He wants us to be outside dogs, the ones chained to the fence with the chain collars and everything. I feel like that's very true, especially defense. Our main identity, I would say, is a defensive team, because it doesn't matter how much we score as long as we hold our opponents to under whatever they score, then we're gonna win. We're gonna be successful. So I feel like we're very defensive minded, and what they say, defense wins championships, is very true, and I think we hold that very near and dear.
Because your family is local, what is your favorite thing to do with you being away, you're at college, when you have a chance to all be together, what is your favorite thing to do with them?
Either eating out, just having a nice dinner and just sitting down, or watching basketball. I love being able to be close to home and watch my little brother play. I just went over there to they played Hayfield, and I was just there watching him, and it's really nice to be 20-30 minutes out so I can just ask, hey, can I come to the game tonight? And then I'm able to do that. So I feel like that's probably one of my favorite things, to be able to watch in person.